Hey everybody, this is Herschel Forum from High School Top 200. This Rosmini review of 2016 is brought to you by Fineline Barbers. What Fineline Barbers has done is that they've joined up together with a major barbering suppliers, and they're bringing Aotearoa barbering competition to us next year in 2017 in September. So the Aotearoa barber competition is going to be in September 2017, and what Fineline Barbers is doing is that they're setting up a Facebook page and also an Instagram page for barbers to upload their work onto these pages so that we as a public can see it and we can follow them throughout the year and see the work and talent that they have. This is going to bring a lot of recognition to the barbering community and what talent that they have out there. Also, the barbering competition, the Aotearoa barbering competition, is going to bring together all the best barbers in the countries, regardless if they have their certificates or not. So have a look out for this page by Fineline Barbers, the Aotearoa barber competition, and there's going to be heaps of vendors and barbers and barbershop owners and things there. So it's going to bring that community together, and it's going to show us as the public what barbering's all about. This Rosmini review, and just thinking about it before, is because Rosmini is in this North Harbour competition, which, in all honesty, and if you're going to hate on me for this honesty, and sort of be catch feelings about it, North Harbour competition is not a very hard competition to be in. It really isn't. And that's where I feel sorry for Rosmini and Westlake boys and also Massey, is because usually it's going to come down to those three in the end. But then whenever you think, okay, we're going to be playing someone from North Harbour competition, everyone's going to be like, we'd run them over kind of thing. So these guys don't get a lot of respect in terms of the teams that they bring. And the talent that they have as well, and which is pretty. It's understandable, but it's sad at the same time. But Rosmini was a team that I thought a lot of teams should have actually had a go at them and to sort of test them, because they'll be a pretty good tester for a lot of those big teams out there. They, for my mind, should be part of a better competition, or like a bigger one, like even if the 1A brought them in, along with, Westlake and Massey, that 1A comp will get a whole lot stronger, a whole lot better. And just North Harbour rugby as a whole would be better. I mean, if you go to Massey is not even that far away from Kelson Boys, so I was like, I don't see the big deal. Anyway, Rosmini is stacked with so many good players. And that's why I say that I think that a lot of guys, a lot of bigger teams should have maybe looked at them as a really good level for what they would be as a team playing Rosmini, because Rosmini will test you. I mean, Rosmini went throughout the year with not too many hard games. I mean, they only really played their hard games when it came up against Westlake and also Massey. I think Whangarei boys actually did a lot for this competition in terms of bringing them together, I guess closer together in terms of the teams, because they put up a good score against Rosmini, 27-12. That was good, but then that's still Rosmini coming off games like 63-0 or 33 or 38-3. Always scoring above sort of 32, 35 points. And so, it's hard to sort of judge in terms of where they'll be at nationally because of the competition that they have to play against. So when I was looking at the North Harbour, I was always looking at them in terms of how do they stack up against Massey and Westlake boys. As you would probably guess, they ran through everybody else. And even just looking at their scores, 63, 38, 27 was probably one of their closest ones against Whangarei boys. 40, 48, 36, Actually, Takapuna did quite well, 20-3, and and I think Whangarei was probably their team that actually matched up pretty well, because even on their second game against Whangarei boys, it was 12-0 to Rosmini. And from 27-12 in their first game to 12-0, I think that's a pretty good improvement. But I mean, they got Birkenhead that, Rosmini almost got 100 points. I mean, that hurts. I think, that would hurt if I was in Birkenhead College. And that's not a shot at you guys, it's just what I would think it would be like. Rangitoto didn't actually show up against them in their second game, 58-0, because Rangitoto's a pretty solid team, especially with some of the players that they have coming through. So Rosmini was like that. I mean, they have some really good players this year, Rosmini. David Mickey and Vincent. Tuitsbo was there. I liked Tamaro McGann. I thought this dude was really really undervalued nationally and selection wise. Like, I thought this dude was, I thought he was really good, and then like the combination of their trio with Tamaro Sam Hassler, I think is technically one of the better open sides around, and then Luca, who's like one of the young year 11s coming up that I'm going to be watching throughout the next couple of years, because I think that he's going to be a pretty massive talent too. But that loose trio of Tamaro, Sam, and Luca was, I think, one that was really undervalued and really not showing a lot of respect for what they could do as a trio, because I thought that was something that was really strong within that forward pack that actually backed up the guys in front of them with David and Vincent as well. So like, I thought that was like a really unspoken trio of around the country, and maybe I personally didn't do the justice themselves, but I mean I don't even think they showed up in the Blues camp either, which I thought was pretty sad. Connor Leather's a guy, the halfback, that I think is going to be one of the top halfbacks next year, and he's going to be one that's going to be threatening that New Zealand jersey as well. I think that he's such a talented player, and he showed it this year as well with him and what's his name, Sekuni, Samoan fella at first five, who was like really young too, and he's been invited to the under 18 or under 17s Blues. But Connor's going to be one of those guys next year that they're going to have to really rely on, because I think that everything's going to pivot around him next year, and I think that he's going to be that guy that they're going to turn to and say, well, you're going to have to take us forward, and you're going to have to, you're going to have to direct us the whole time. You're going to have to, set us up and put us in good position and read plays and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's going to be on him. But I think that he's actually a guy that can do that anyway. The other guys that I liked, Julian Villa is another guy. Villa is another guy that I like coming through. And what he's like, him and Luca are the guys, the year 11s from this year, that I think that are going to be a beast coming through the next 2 years, and seeing what they can bring to the team next year, and then what they can create off it as well. That's going to be something that's going to be pretty interesting to see. But yeah, this is a team that, next year they're going to be pretty good. They're going to be a good team that people can test themselves against. I think they had a pretty good year this year, and like I said, it comes down to those 4 games that they have against, Massey and Westlake, that really define the seasons, because that's all you can really do. But they're a good testing team for your big teams out there, or bigger teams that are out there that want to test themselves. Rosmini is a team that I would want to turn to as well and say, well, show us what you got, please push our team, and trust me, the Ros is going to do that. That's my review for Rosmini, and have a check out for my next ones coming through. Peace.